Hi guys, welcome back to another video back on the Driven 24/7 Automotive YouTube channel. As always, my name is Amber, and as always, it seems so lately anyway, I've gone and bought another car. This was one of those kind of spontaneous kind of buys. I wasn't looking for it, then I found it, made some inquiries, I had to have it because the car was at a good price. So I'm not going to keep you waiting too much longer. I'm literally going to show you what I've bought because I've done too many of these reveal videos by now. If you guys know me well, that is just what I do on this channel, it seems. And I'm going to show you what I've bought. Then I'm going to go and tell you why I bought it, how I bought it, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's just show you what I've got, I guess. So the other day I did a 3,000 subscriber special where I just complimented you guys for your support and for helping me reach that milestone. And in that video I said how when I was at Festival Italia at Brands Hatch being surrounded by baths again, it did make me want another bath. So I'm pleased to say that I have gone and bought this. It's a Toyota Corolla T-Sport. I'm sorry guys, so this obviously isn't a bath, but being surrounded by those baths, as I just said in the previous clip, it did make me want a bath again, slash a hot hatch. Now this is a hot hatch, of course, because this is a Toyota Corolla T-Sport with the 1.8 VVT-Li engine. I hope I've said that correctly. And this particular car is on a 2002/52 plate with around about 130,000 miles on the clock. So here's how and why I bought this car. So without giving away obviously where I live, let me just say there is a dealer very close to where we live, a little showroom, and I'd seen this tucked away in his little garage, and straight away I thought this isn't the kind of car he usually sells. This is a lot older to the stock he usually has on his forecourt. I said to my other half Martin, I said I bet that's a cheap little trade-in he's bought and he's probably going to sell it for cheap, so I was hoping anyway. So with that I phoned up the dealer, left a message. I said I've noticed a Corolla tucked away, is it for sale? Sure enough, he rang me back and said you are right, I have taken it in as a part exchange. I'm looking to sell it on the cheap. Obviously the guy is still going to make money by selling it on the cheap. So yeah, I've basically come along before this car even made it to Auto Trader and made it to the rest of the public, can I say, and I've really helped the dealer out by saying, hey, I really want your car, can I buy it off you? Don't bother cleaning it, doing anything to it, I'll just buy it, obviously without warranty. That's the story basically. So not only did I buy this car at what I thought was a reasonable and quite a cheap, to be honest, price, this car also comes with nearly a whole year's MOT, so it expires in August. So buying a car with nearly a year's MOT and it was meant to be a cheap part exchange, win-win. So not only me being me, I think I got this car at a really good, reasonable, I would say cheap price as well. There are also, let me just think, I say 4 reasons as to what really made me want this car, and in particular this actual car we have behind me. So this being a Corolla T-Sport, T-Sport is basically sport. This means it isn't just a normal Toyota Corolla. So this, like I said, has a 1.8 VVT-Li engine producing 190 horsepower, I think there or thereabouts. I guess it's probably lost a few of those horses over the years because it is an old car. This also makes it my fastest car I've ever owned, because although I've owned the Baths, I've only owned them at 180 horsepower, so I've yeah, this is my fastest ever car I've owned. We've also got some really nice added extras on the car which really made me want this car, and we'll talk about them on the walk around and when I show you the car, obviously. And a little interesting fact on these Corolla T-Sports in general is these were actually meant to be the rival for the EP3 Type R. So you either went for one of them or you went for the T-Sport Corolla. I guess the Type R sold better than these because you don't see many of these T-Sports around. However, you do see plenty of the EP3 Honda Civics Type R's around. So I've literally owned this car for about 2 days as I'm filming this video. So I have done a few things to it, sticker wise of course, got to represent myself with this car. So this is actually in a really nice, I'd call it kind of champagne metallic. So it's like it's not quite a brilliant silver, but there is a little bit of a bronze colour into it, and I really like it. Now as we go around, we have the T-Sport, I start down here, we have the T-Sport alloys, so they're just like a multi-spoke. And I'd say the alloys are not in that bad a condition either. As we work our way around to the front of the car, and the dealer said that the previous owner, instead of him having to polish the headlights, he actually fitted some new ones. So as you can see, they're absolutely crystal clear. We've got the all-important, faded though, T-Sport badge on the grille there. We've got a little nick to the front bumper, but all in all, front bumper isn't actually in that bad a condition. This is also a 3-door car, which obviously 3 doors makes the car look even cooler and even sportier. However, the car has had some seal welding work done, but as long as it's been done, it's quite obvious it's been done. But it's been done, so that's all that matters. 2 things, quite major things I'd say. Letting this car down on the rear. We're quite in the shade here, which is kind of good actually. But we have this big bumper scuff. And there is some more scuff marks. That'll probably polish out. Definitely can't really hide that one. And a lot of the bumper is very, very flat. Don't know, it's maybe had a rattle can job in the past. Got another T-Sport badge on the boot. Doesn't even say Corolla on the boot actually. And then up here, I really like this, we have a Tyne spoiler, but I think this is all just on a T-Sport anyway. But yeah, really liking the spoiler. But this is also suffering paintwork wise, bit of lack of peel, bit of fading. So really, all that's letting this car down, quite badly letting this car down, is the spoiler and the bumper. But I guess to get them both resprayed wouldn't really cost me the earth, so I may definitely inquire about that. We've also got, well, obviously this is a back box, but I know this was replaced as it was an MOT advisory, but I'm not sure if this is a aftermarket back box or this is just how the original back boxes look, because I know from standard these cars kind of have a back box like this, but it does sound really, really good, so it's making me think it's maybe aftermarket, but I can't tell. But it does look nice and sporty from the back with the back box on there. And then on the other side, just got, again, just where the sill's been welded. And to be honest, the rest of the paintwork, apart from the 2 areas we just spoke about, there's no major dents or dings or scuffs really. The rest of the bodywork is really, really nice. I've recently acquired a DA polisher for my birthday back in July, so the rest of the paintwork will definitely benefit from a detail, but just the rear letting the car down. So I previously said that this car came with a few extras, so let's talk about one, and it's underneath the bonnet. If she can open it. How do you open the bonnet? Oh, got it, got it. That was a bit of a struggle, but we got there. So I'll zoom you guys in a minute. But over here we have a cone filter, which is adding just a bit more raspiness to the engine noise. You can definitely hear it when the bonnet's open and you're giving it a little cheeky rev. And obviously it's just going to make the airflow go through the engine a bit quicker. So this isn't a turbo engine, so it's not going to have any dump valve or turbo flutter, of course. But it does add a nice tone, and it's also going to increase a little bit of power to the engine. Let's just show you. So here's what I'm on about. It says it's an Apexi, A-P-E-X-I. Power intake dual funnel air cleaner. So yeah, there it is. I know the engine is missing its engine cover, but that is also in the boot. I believe it's just missing some screws, hence why the previous owner hasn't maybe put it on. But it's nice that there's a little bit of added extras in here. And I know that was just a quick engine shot. It's actually quite clean bay underneath there, no sort of signs of oil leaks. And I believe this is also chain driven, which hopefully saves me doing a cam belt job because it hasn't got one. Onto the interior now. Really big selling point, and this obviously doesn't come with every T-Sport or Corolla for that matter, is it has this massive, I don't know, 9-inch maybe, radio basically. But this isn't just a radio, it's literally like an Android tablet in here, so it isn't sitting flush. This would be where the original radio would have sat, but I've literally got a touch screen in here. Like I say, I've literally owned this car for a couple of days. I'm still working it out, but basically I can use my phone's internet to go on YouTube on this, to download stuff from the Google Play Store. I've literally got a tablet in this old car, and it's amazing. And I can also play my music through it as well, Spotify, so it's very, very intricate. There's a lot of settings on there I still need to play with it. I've literally got like an iPad in the car. Another selling point for this particular car that I have bought is it actually has a short shifter. Now, we installed one of these on Martin's Ford Fiesta ST that he had not so long ago, a couple of years ago. When you're in a sports car, to be able to shift gears quicker, and it just gives you more of a sportier feel. This car also has 6 gears. I've never personally owned a car with 6 gears before, so I'm quite excited by that. So yeah, this has got a nice, I don't know if you can see on camera, really nice short shifter, and because this is a sports car, I don't know, it's just, I'm just trying to say it's just a nice notchy kind of feel when you change gear with the short shifter installed. The previous owner also has supplied us with some parts in the back, so we do have the OEM shifter, as well as, like I said, the engine cover and a few other little bits and bobs. So the car has come with a selection of parts as well. This particular car, although it's a T-Sport, didn't come with the T-Sport white dials, but again, the previous owner has installed them. The original clocks are in the boot with this car, but it's nice that the owner has put in the kind of OEM white T-Sport dials, and I don't think I've really had a car with white dials before, so it's quite an old school thing. But to look at those white dials while you're driving, it's just really, really cool. So the seats are quite sporty. They're thrown a bit because the material was like really, really strange. So, but they're quite nice and bolstered. It goes up and down, and also it tilts back and forth. And also you lift this up for passengers, but I probably won't really have any. But yeah, the black seats are really nice. Got a cup holder in the back for the passengers. The rear windows don't open, but you know, not gonna have any passengers anyway. Roof lining, unfortunately that isn't black, would have been cool, but it looks all nice and clean. And then just going down, we have a lot of storage. I don't believe the aircon works on this car, but I don't really use it anyway. Got a little phone kind of holder, what I call it. Got a couple of cup holders here. I believe just discovered this. We'll see, reveal a big cubby hole, and then also got another cubby hole here. So we've got loads of storage there as well. That is my phone going off. Steering wheel controls now obviously won't work with the newer touchscreen, but that's fine. Got electric mirrors which work, and we've got the electric windows in the front which work. Pretty simplistic in the centre there, kind of like it. Then you've got the very modern touchscreen in the middle. Another little cubby hole there. And then in the boot, as I say, we have the original airbox, the engine cover, some spare oil, the original shifter, original clock. So yeah, nice that the car has come with some OEM parts as well. So there we have it. I'm currently up to 4 cars. One of them will have to go because this is basically better than the car that will have to go. It's really nice to have a hot hatch again. Although you guys know me, I do go through my cars. I haven't been this excited about a car in a long time. I just can't wait to drive this thing, because not only is it a sports car at the box, it's got the nice little modifications that make this car even better. Short shifter is such a nice addition to any hot hatch or any sports car. We've got the OEM, but they're in there now, the white dials. We got the nice back box, whether it's original or not, I don't know, but it sounds nice. Got the cone filter. It's just had nice little subtle details added on. And with that touchscreen being the huge highlight of the interior, when the guy said that the previous owner on the phone, he just said, oh, and the previous owner's changed the head unit. I thought, oh, cool, I'm buying a car with a decent radio for once. And not only is, you know, it's not a decent radio or a head unit, that is literally like an iPad. I've got a tablet inside this old Corolla. That is insane. So as always guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I've always known these T-Sports existed. I had been looking in the past at the facelifted ones, so when this come along I instantly knew that it was a T-Sport. I knew they were quick. Finally glad to own one of these, I should say. Obviously it's still a JDM, Japanese kind of car, which is also what I'm about nowadays, but because this channel started with hot hatches, mainly the Abarths that I've owned in the past, I haven't had a hot hatch for quite a while, and they're just me, and I'm so glad to have another one. I literally can't wait to film a lot of content with this car for you guys. So following up after this video, you'll hopefully see a first drive in this car, which I can't wait to film, because as I said, this is a pleasure to drive. It's fast, and it's the fastest car I've ever owned. If you want to see more videos on this car, then obviously stick around. So I hope you like the new car, and thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you in another video. To make the, to improve, to add to the original, to add to the what is. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Why am I doing that with my hands? Let's do that again.